GRC, governance, risk and compliance technology naturally drifts into chaos, and without GRC, even the strongest security architecture collapses under its own weight. Imagine a fast-scaling SaaS company expanding across AWS, Azure, and GCP. Their firewalls are world-class. Their DevOps teams deploy code at blistering velocity. But within 48 hours, their cloud environments drift out of alignment. IAM roles multiply. Vendor integrations expand without documentation. Audit scope explodes overnight. Firewalls and encryption keys mean nothing if you don't know who owns them, how they're monitored, or what rules they must enforce. Welcome back to CyberClarity. Today we decode the invisible operating system behind enterprise security, GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. Governance is not micromanagement. Governance is architecture. It is the tactical framework that aligns your technical security design business objectives, regulatory obligations. Governance answers the questions that determine whether your infrastructure survives scale. Who holds the root cryptographic keys? Which data classifications are allowed in public subnets? Which data classifications are allowed in private subnets? How are architectural changes validated before deployment? Who approves exceptions? And how long do they live? Without governance, configuration drift becomes inevitable. Governance is your infrastructure constitution. Everything else is execution. If governance is the constitution, risk is the calculus that enforces it. Risk management is not fear. Risk management is math. Enterprises cannot defend against every threat simultaneously. Trying to protect everything means protecting nothing. Risk management identifies, analyzes, prioritizes threats based on likelihood, impact, exposure, business criticality. It forces hard decisions. If a zero-day hits a test environment, if it hits your production database, which gets patched first? If a vendor API becomes vulnerable, what is the blast radius? If an IAM misconfiguration exposes sensitive data, what is the financial impact? Risk management is the calculus that tells you where to aim your defensive artillery. Compliance used to be dusty and reactive. Screenshots, spreadsheets panicked before the auditor arrived. But in 2026, static compliance is dead. Modern compliance is compliance as code, automated policy checks, continuous monitoring, real-time evidence collection, CI/CD pipeline, enforcement, cryptographic audit trails. Compliance is not paperwork. Compliance is proof. Proof that your guardrails work. Proof that your architecture is trustworthy. Proof that your enterprise deserves customer confidence. GRC is not a department. It's the invisible stack behind every decision. GRC is an operating system. It boots trust. It schedules assurance. Mature enterprises share the same core components. A policy engine, codified rules, mapped to law, a completely controlled library, versioned and reusable. A risk register, quantified exposure, prioritized action, evidence automation, capture, signed and stored and no screenshots, workflow orchestration, assign, approve, escalate and close. A reporting layer, the board-ready metrics and proof. This is the GRC stack, the invisible architecture that keeps enterprises aligned, secure and legally defensible. Every company fits into one of these levels. Maturity is how you run the invisible stack. Level 0, chaos, ad hoc fixes, no owners, surprises everywhere. Level 1, manual governance, policies exist, people chase them by hand. Level 2, automated controls, guardrails trigger automatically across all environments. Level 3, continuous compliance, the real-time monitoring, proof captured and time-stamped. Level 4, GRC is code, policies versioned and tested and the policies enforced in pipelines, drift blocked as it occur. Level 5, from chaos to code, Ship trust by default. Scenario: a fintech startup fails SOC 2, their enterprise customer cancels a $2.5 million contract. Why? Because their IAM roles were undocumented, their vendor risk register was empty, and their evidence collection was manual. This is the real cost of ignoring the GRC. Actionable first tonight. Audit 3 things: your IAM admin roles, your cloud drift logs, your vendor risk register. If any of these are empty or outdated, your enterprise is already exposed. Governance sets the rules, risk calculates the threats, compliance proves the execution. Together, they form the invisible engine that lets modern enterprises scale, innovate, survive. Audit tonight, accelerate tomorrow. Subscribe to CyberClarity, and let's continue to secure the future together.